Hey, it's Mob Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. How y'all doing? Mmm. I have Dr. Pepper. Totally delicious. So I hope that you are having an awesome day. And yeah, good times happening here. And I hope that you're able to enjoy. I hope your weather's nice. Here it's gorgeous. It's sunny right now, 58 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. In fact, I was out doing a little outside photography with Maggie, my pooch, and got some pretty good shots. Bob Kaler, yes, first. Doug Gray, the man who secretly ran Project Blue Book. Yes, you caught me. It's like a spot on my skin. Huh. Yeah, so I was out doing a little photography and got I think some pretty good shots of flowers and vultures. And which is what I like taking pictures of. And so it was turkey vulture just while I was out there. The next door neighbor lady was chatting with me, and she came out running to see me, as women do. Single guy with a dog and a couple of dozen aquariums. I mean, what's not to like, right? So there you go. Melvin, what is up? So other than that, I have been just doing my life, just been real busy. For the holiday tomorrow, I am heading over to the neighbors. They're having a party. And so I bought an appetizer, spinach dip with some pita style crackers. And it was strong. And so I've got that for, and I also there's a local microbrewery, not that local, they're in Kansas City, that makes this whiskey barrel stout. It's really good. And so I really appreciate that. Yeah, so that's going on. I started shipping fish this last week. Sent some out, and some people got some. When it comes to the swordtail guppies, you order swordtail guppies, you're going to get some extras from me, especially right now because I'm in the process of sort of resetting everything up, picking my next round of breeders and doing all that. So I am actually going out and saying goodbye to maybe a couple extras. So reach out to me if you want some of those swordtail guppies. Microbreweries really are run by Santa's elves. There's no question. No question about that. Vienna sausage, that's a strong appetizer. Strong appetizer all the way around. You really can't go wrong. I will tell you, this photography thing is just like fish stuff. It's a never-ending deal. So there you go. And recycle cans at events. Yeah. It's a good idea. Melvin, by the way, Doug Ray, I'm glad you pointed that out. Not only has he conquered Pittsburgh, he's conquered the ladies of the Philippines, at least one lady. So there you go. You really can't go wrong with that at all. You know what? I don't know if I've ever had Vienna sausages just up front. Doug, Melvin, have you had it? Mags is good. She's in heat. So she's in. I thought she'd gone into heat a little bit earlier because most times when female dogs go into heat, especially a dog that's primarily white, you notice right off the bat. But she really cleans herself like a psychopath, which is terrific. And so yeah, so she went in. I'm going to the neighbor's house tomorrow for their Easter celebration, and unfortunately, she can't come. Normally, she goes over there because they have two female dogs, but I don't, if all of a sudden some blood falls on their white carpeting, I'd feel kind of bad. So there you go. They're the nastiest of nasties. Yep. My mom, when I was a kid, we were like, I was very fortunate. My mom was able to stay home most of my childhood, and all she did is grow vegetables in the garden and can stuff. Made jam, homemade jam, rhubarb, strawberry rhubarb. She pickled. Uh, her dill pickles were really strong, but she had some bread and butter pickles that were awesome. She'd pickle green peppers and onions. Yeah, really good. I'm pro pickling. And so we basically, my dad would buy a side of beef every year. And we had a chest freezer in the basement. And I was very fortunate. A lot of people are not as blessed. And so I got to go that. I got a sad text yesterday because one of my when I went to Minnesota to pick up uh, Maggie as a puppy, I stayed overnight with my friends Kelby and Bonnie. I went to high school with them, and a little bit younger. Kelby's father and uncle were close, knew my dad. I wouldn't say they were close, but they knew each other and that type of stuff. Yeah, where is Chattanooga Ed? It's the Cardinals play at night, I think, today. So he's obviously locked in on that. And considering how close he is to Atlanta, I think he'd pick that up. It's a tonight game. Cardinals and Brewers. Cardinals are having a little rough start. Little rough start. Yeah, no, the Brewers are really good. The Toronto Blue Jays, I don't know, and it's the Cardinals got whacked around by them. So who knows? Yeah, the Brew Crew, they're good, but the Cardinals start off now 2-5. They opened up with Toronto, and yeah, not that good. There's no Wi-Fi in Tennessee minimum security. What kind of a good, minimum security jail should always include that. should always include that. I would think, I don't pretend to be the expert on Tennessee minimum security jails, but I would think that would be part of the deal. So I was out doing some photography today. I got some pretty good shots of a turkey vulture. In fact, I just came in. I downloaded the pictures right before we went live, and so there you go. And so that's sort of one of my one of my deals. This time of year is so great for nature photography. And hey, by the way, I have a question. Doug, you may have an answer to this. Have we seen our buddy Renee lately? I haven't seen our buddy Renee in a while. And I'm wondering if I ticked her off, which is highly likely. Since that's one of my skill sets is ticking off people. And so, yeah, has anyone seen her lately? I sent a note off to Sergeant Tank. He didn't get back to me. I watch your videos. He's doing crafts for the inmates. Shank lamps are highly coveted. Yeah, shanking, a really good skill if you're in the hole. I went to jail last week ago Friday. I was at an event with the sheriff, and he said that they were doing our local sheriff is very progressive, and here's what he's done. He has started a treatment program for inmates seeking to get off drugs. And they set them up with afterwards. Once they complete the program, they go into sober housing, the halfway houses, and they have a job waiting for them. So he was telling me about it. And so I said, hey, this is like a month or so ago, I ran into him somewhere. And I said, invite me to a graduation. So he did. It was really nice. Yeah, it's fingerprints. And don't worry, we're almost at that place where fingerprints will be required for everything. Trying to see who Braves. The Braves beat around the Cardinals. So the Cardinals opened up with the Blue Jays. I have no idea how good that team is. That was the only 2 wins the Cardinals, though, have gotten. And then they've been swept ever since. So there you go. I think, people believe that the Cardinals are supposed to be a playoff team. So there you go. You can set you up with this guy, Doug. Yeah. I was watching something on YouTube about how the food industry in Italy is controlled by the mob. It's fascinating that the mob pretty much controls it all. That's great. I think it's a wonderful thing. It's a great skill set. You can go out and do You have a lot of fun doing being involved with the mob, and apparently being a farmer in Sicily. Yeah, not the peaceful job you think it would be. Apparently, the mob shows up looking for protection money and vegetables. Huh. So I saw that. That was kind of an interesting deal. Uh, it was a Vox thing, and it was very good. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. Got to learn a few things. Learning stuff, that's strong. I'll make sure, when I next time I send something to Doug, I will put on the latex gloves before handling anything. And thank you for that tip, Bob. By the way, I have not had a booster shot for the Rona. Bob being the medical freaky fish lady. Hey, VB23. Not warm enough for me to think about tubbing yet. It was like 39 this morning. Oh, your fingerprints? Yeah. One of the states I lived in required that you give your thumbprint to get a driver's license, which I thought was a little over the top. And, but here we are. So yeah, I'm just not the fingerprinting for everything. Let us have some privacy. Get the idea. Now when you worked for the government, Doug, were you allowed? Was part of your deal having having a weapon? Did you have to carry a weapon around just in case an angry taxpayer showed up? Like Kaler. It's I think that would be pretty strong, by the way. I think that would be pretty strong all the way around. You had rubber bands, you shot coworkers with them. There you go. You got your first mosquito bite. I grew up. Yeah, I grew up in Minnesota where mosquitoes are the state bird, at least second place next to the loon. And so when you're dealing with the mosquito thing, as an adult, I don't get bitten by them. I just don't. Well, you had your taxes, so no losses on investments. Thanks to loss on investments, you'll recover $1,500. Yeah. Am just about done with everything to turn into my accountant on Monday. You see, there you go. Is that no fingerprints? Did that lady do people's hair? Yeah, that's harsh chemicals. Yeah, Tennessee Fish Mafia. Biggies, what's up, Mark? How are you? Axolotls are not exempt, though. Not exemptions. You can't name an axolotl as a child, as a dependent. That's kind of sad. Kind of sad all the way around. You would think that would be standard fare. So we have at least one lady here, right? So the gal I saw on and off over the last year, we're on off again thing, is now like texting me pictures of baked goods as she's making them. That's usually a sign of a woman that is seeking a man's attention, is it not? I would think it would be. But who am I? Congratulations, freaky fish lady. Yeah, so she sent me some rolls that she made, homemade sourdough rolls. She sent me a stew picture yesterday. Yeah, by the way, and if this upsets someone, I apologize. It's not my intention. Um, you're an adult. You can do whatever you want, but I, genetically, you're either a boy or a girl. Um, if someone thinks that they are born the opposite thing, more power to them. I'm a live and let live guy, but yeah, I'm he him. There you go. Yeah. Well, she's been here. My girlfriend is at her son's right now in Texas. She spent in the last year. She spent like 6 weeks here, and yeah, she cooks. She made a couple of pies for me last time. She made crepes. She's made yeah, a wide variety of different things. So there you go. Popovers. I love popovers. Those are amazing. So yeah. Yeah, no, she's been here. She's been in the house with Maggie the dog and all the fish. And so there you go. She's serving diabetes. Yes. I'm not diabetic, which is nice. It's now here's the good thing. I don't eat a lot of simple carbs. I don't I don't eat a lot of simple carbs. All my stuff are complex carbohydrates. So all I've eaten today is breakfast. And for breakfast I had vegan Morningstar chorizo, some sharp cheddar cheese shreds, and a few eggs with one slice of toasted pumpernickel bread, a little bit of butter on it. And when I'm done here, I'll probably just make dinner. And because my schedule is weird, bedtime for me is like 6 o'clock. So there you go. You're 3 years into diabetes. Um, Neither of my parents were diabetic. Uh, my grandfather and grandmother, who lived well into their lives, my dad's parents died early. One was in her 40s, had an aneurysm, and the other one had cancer in his 60s. But of my dad's family, his brothers are diabetic. No diabetes in my mom's side of the family at all. So there you go. Yeah, or he just went to bed. I wish you could have gotten him in here. We always enjoy having Chattanooga Ed. And he has some of the sword-tailed guppies. Doug, how are your sword-tailed guppies doing? How many aquariums are you on? Four tanks of them? Yeah, it's Maggie does not remain at this point out when I'm eating. And I will just tell you, she can clear, not over the, well, she probably could go over the top of my recliner, which is fairly high. Um, but she's gone side to side over the recliner. And remember, Maggie's 30 pounds and not that big of a dog. So there you go. And and so that's nice. The weather here is perfect. I took her for a nice long walk, did a lot of great photography, and got some flowers, a couple of shots of bees, and a couple of nice shots of a turkey vulture that flew right over me as I was taking pics. And that was nice. I'm all in. Maggie's a weird eater. Most dogs, you put food in front of them, they go down. Not her. Not her. So there you go. I think I have to look at my computer and it was beginning to run out of juice. Ah, your oxalates haven't bred lately? By the way, speaking of a fish or of investments, Bob was bringing up investments. I got hammered on crypto, and as it began to crash, I took a bunch out, took the loss, but I still had some. So, have you ever heard the term dollar cost averaging when you do investments? I mean, that was not a big crypto thing, but half of Maggie was paid by crypto profits. So it works. But this is a couple of years ago. So I went And it's I just started buying, $10, $15, $20 at a time. And I finally got into the positive. As soon as I got in the positive, I sold them all. So there you go. And, and for all of us that are investing right now, do the dollar cost averaging is the way to do it. If you have a 401k at work, if you still keep the investing in what you've been investing, and if you move stuff all over to like a safer money market bond type thing, put it back where it was, and just keep investing on it as you normally do with your 401k. The stock market historically goes up about 10% a year. Now, obviously, there's bad years, and we've had a couple of them in a row here. So there you go. Your Madonna collection value is up since her last surgery. Yeah. Poor. There's a meme on Madonna showing her recent plastic surgery. And by the way, ladies, it's the lip filler thing just looks stupid. I don't get it. I have a friend of mine who's a very beautiful woman, a longtime friend, and she went and had that done. It just makes her look like a clown. And I haven't had the heart to tell her. Just not that good of a thing. Not that good of an idea. The lip fillers, not good. It's so just keep that in mind as you go through and you look at it. And just keep going. And yeah, you see, there you go. Vacuum cleaner to your lips, pro tip. Yeah, Madonna's a beautiful woman. She didn't need to do this to her face. It's I hate to tell it, I tell everybody this. We all age every day we get older. And it's not that good of a thing. And by the way, if you have a local aquarium show coming up, Bob Kaler, every time I have been to one recently, there's always a couple of folks who have axolotls. Always. It's everyone I've been to. There's always the axolotl people there. They've got them. Ah, went up to Knoxville today. Well, call him again. Text him. Female axolotl, please. They had one here, but it was like on a weekend I couldn't do anything. Going down to Fayetteville. It's a heck of a deal. Your LFS has them. There you go. Just Chattanooga Ed out there raising Cain. Saw some pictures in my memories of probably the last time my dad saw one of his siblings. My Aunt Nancy uh, was in California, saw my dad, and it was good times. Feel bad I couldn't be there for it. That'd have been awesome. Liquor store had wild colored ones, $9.99 each, and about 6 months ago they all had some deformities. I bought 3 and grew out to be normal. Yeah, reach out to Jess. Sounds like a good idea. My the California Reds, by the way, gang. It's I am now looking at females that seem to be developing double swords. Too hot at your house for oxalotls? Yeah, it's I could do them mainly because I keep my house, at 70 or below. Trying to get your tank numbers down so you let the males live out their sentences. How long does an oxalotl live? And I have to figure out what my uh front shrub is. I thought it was roses. Oh, 10 to 15 years? Wow. Your truck's in the shop being repaired when you hit the arc. Is that your shelter that you did you run into your shelter, Bob? Did I miss that? By the way, looking at early baseball season, the Brewers and the Rays certainly are starting off just right. I mean, they are just hotter than heck. But as we know with baseball, things change. Oh, brother, Bob. I does Chattanooga Ed need to take away your keys? Oh, you hit the big security poles on pavement. I hit the one. I hit one the first week. Oh, yeah. They put up a pole at the Walmart in Pittsburgh, Kansas, about 20 minutes away from here. And in like 1 month, 13 people hit it. I guess, people get in their habits of how they drive. It's like if you do anything new and there's like a new route to work or whatever it is, uh, you know, you can screw it up pretty quick. So yeah, people kept hitting this thing. The governor owes you, or these pesky tickets would have some relevance. Not fun. Speaking of memorabilia and stuff like that, I was listening yesterday to the Dan Patrick show. He was interviewing Charles Barkley. And Charles Barkley is selling all of his memorabilia to help the people in the town that he grew up in Alabama, which is awfully nice. He asked his daughter if she wanted something, and she goes, "Just one thing, Dad. I would like, uh, a one of your gold medals." So he's giving that to her. Yeah, so pretty nice. Giving back. It's pretty strong. It's let's see what else is going on. I don't know. I gotta get water changes done. Did a lot last weekend. Got a lot done. I need to get more stuff done. Uh, when we're done here, I'll go out with Maggie Moon and go out for a nice walk, do a little photography. get back, and I'll probably do a little fish stuff. And I'm just about, I should have refilled one of my water things last weekend when I went through it all, but I didn't. So I got to get that done. And I've got to get, a few things. A few things out of the way. When I finally moved my aquariums to the fish room from from the dining room, some point I gotta get that done. Last year I was gonna do it during, I took like a staycation, and one of my employees got stuck and couldn't get back. This was between Christmas and New Year's. He flew an airline called Southwest, and so he got stuck there. So my goal is to get this done. I cannot take a days off between now and the end of June. So maybe the week of 4th of July, somewhere around there, I'm going to take a week off and just do setting up a fish aquariums, moving stuff around, all that stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Needs to get done. Needs to get done all the way around. And that's one of the things I have to get in place. And I've been working so hard at the office that, it just seemingly I'm putting in like 12-hour days. And because of that, it's highly problematic to get other stuff done. And yeah. And I mowed the lawn not completely last weekend. I have a battery operated lawnmower, and which is great. I did not charge the battery before putting it in. And actually I tried to, but it was already full. It stayed full from October. So I went, and there's a portion of my backyard that's kind of a swamp still. And so I didn't go all the way back there, but I went and got the front yard done, and I got the side stuff done. So yeah, it was strong. I don't mind mowing the lawn. There are some people who hate yard work, and I don't mind it. And I'll tell you why I don't mind yard work. Because you're there running the mower, and it's just you and your thoughts, and you can unplug from everything. So it's if you have kids, it's a great thing to do. I don't have kids, but if I did, your spouse, well, I currently don't have a spouse, but and not that you don't want to, you want to be away from your spouse. You wouldn't want that. So but it allows you to sort of focus on something, and it's uninterrupted, and it's great. I love mowing the yard. And if you're thinking about getting a new lawnmower, get the battery operated one. I'll tell you why. They're really quiet. And I'm glad you like to mow, Freaky Fish Lady. It's great. It's a great thing. Here's why I work, I get up at 3 a.m. every day. And in the summer, when the dew is off the grass, let's say it's 7:30 in the morning, I don't have to worry about making too much noise. It makes almost no noise. It's like the same amount as like a battery operated weed whacker. I mean, it's especially if it begins to make a lot of noise if you have it makes a lot of noise you have if your grass is high. But if you're out there every week mowing, it doesn't make a lot of noise, and that's pretty much something I really enjoy. I really enjoy that part of it. Oh, hey, now that's slick. Yeah, I don't have that much. I have, I think it's like a third of an acre. So, and most of it's in the backyard. My front yard is really small. Yeah, zero turn. I've looked at those, by the way, and I would have my yard done in about 30 seconds, but would it be worth the price? But yeah, use the tractor for the pasture. Yep, there you go. I don't need that much. Now I grew up on an acre and a half. My parents had an acre and a half. My dad had I think it was called a wheel horse was the name of the brand, and it was. I think they're still around. Yeah, are they still open? Let's see here. Doesn't look was a manufacturer. When did it end? Oh, 1986. It was acquired by Toro. Yeah, we had a wheel horse. We didn't mess around. Yeah, I didn't realize Lawn Boy was a part of the Toro family. So there you go. Mowed your oh yeah, you mowed your car your cowgirl hat last year. Yeah, it's not good. Because I happen to be Google bought Pizza Hut. Did they? I don't think they did. It's Yum Brands. They buy all of them, but yeah. I can't eat pizza anymore. It's the carb I get such a big carb crash afterwards. I just can't do it. I just cannot do it at all. Which is a heck of a thing. It's yeah, I just can't do it. Pepsi owned what for PH for years? Oh, Pizza Hut. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pizza Hut. Yeah. No dryer buzz. I did the dishwasher, but that wrapped up about an hour and a half ago. Or 2 hours ago. I ran some errands and it ran out. Like spinach pizza with cauliflower crust. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, probably wouldn't give me the carb crash because I eat almost no carbs. It's the one thing that I do occasionally pick up. It's the Lay's version of Pringles, the Lay's stacks, the plain flavor. I'll occasionally pick that up, and it's good. I like it. I find it delicious. And by the way, I would think near Chattanooga because of all the water there. Hey, Bob, do you see a lot of eagles? It's I've seen I went down to an area famous for eagles, got a lot of great shots last year. And then I saw a couple of eagles in the last uh on my way to where when I take Maggie to daycare, which she's not going to for a month, because she's in heat. Yeah, it's all good. Hey, gang, thank you so much. Thanks for spending your Saturday with me. Have a great weekend. Have a great Passover. Have a great Easter, and go from there. Yep, you've conquered a lady in the Philippines, Melvin, and Pittsburgh. All right, see you guys later on. Have a great holiday.